Okie dokie. Check. Microphone check. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Mary had a little lamb and she was white as snow. Check. Microphone check. Testing 1. Okay, so we have audio and video again. So my friends, yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a quick tour around Goldcrest Valley here. That got an update. Came out with an update, so you know I want to take a little look around it, see what it's like, see how different it looks and stuff, you know. So this is your usual start off point here on the map, the old house here. So he has made some changes here. I think he's changed this up here. I don't remember this being this grown, so he must have changed this. It looks like he's taken out the buildings as well that was here. So there should have been buildings in this area. I mean, there was, wasn't there? Yeah, there was buildings around this area, so he's taken out the buildings. I wonder. I wonder if I start in no farmer mode, will I get some options? Let's start in new farmer. And let's see if that's any different. So let's start in new farmer mode and let's see if the buildings are put in there or something. It's possible that because of you know, I started in farm manager, that buildings might have been removed. Ah, there you go. Well, that makes all the difference, doesn't it? Yeah, I was right. Yeah, so that's the difference. Yeah, you know, that building is there now, so that makes logical sense. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, so these buildings were, you know, removed because you know I started in farm manager instead of new farmer. And you have this building here. So yeah, that makes absolute logical sense. So this is your starting equipment here. So this should be your basic stuff. I generally don't even bother with this stuff. I prefer to buy my own things. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to get rid of them. So we do get new, as you can see, we get horses, sheep, pigs, and chickens. We get a large horse, large sheep, large pig, chicken, large cow. We get the grain silo, the bunker silo, the tool shed, shed. So we got a number of sheds as well. So it'd be interesting. Oh, so here's your chooks. And it looks like this might be, I don't know. Is the animal pen extension there? I don't see any animal pen extension there. So what else do we get around here? I suppose we can look at the map and see what's there. Oh, so there's chickens. Oh, so we get pigs over here. Oh, sorry, sheep, I should say. So there's your sheep pasture. Okay, so we have that there. That's ready to rock and roll. So we get a sheep area that he's pre-prepared. Mr. Newall, how are you, sir? How are things? See, he's added this sheep here. So sheep is here. Cows. So he's added the cows here. I'm not sure if they're in the same place as they were previously. I mean, they could be, I guess. Maybe they are. You know what? Now that I think about it, it probably is. Yeah. So this has to be in the same spot as previously. on FS17. Pretty sure it is, actually. So what I'm looking for now is the, here it is. So there's a water point. So that's the animal pen extension. No docks inside. Excellent news, sir. Excellent news. Good stuff. Animal dealer. So we have piggies up here. So as I said, one would assume that this is all probably the same as FS17. At least I think so. At least I think so. So the horses might be new. The horses should be new because there was no horses in FS17. So that has to be new. So he's got a couple of storage areas there. Animal pen extension once again. So he's put the horses up here. Piggies here. Cows here, which should be in the same location as before. At least I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. And the chickens. Where is the sheep? Where are the sheepies? Pigs, chickens, cows, sheep. Yeah, so that should be it. Yeah. So he may have moved a few things around from FS17, but it's all more or less here. So yeah, he's made a number of changes to the map. So hey Travis, how are you, sir? How are things? Well, I mean, I'm with all due respect, Travis, I'm not really surprised that you were banned, because the very first thing that you came in and did is, you posted a message saying, "Hey, sub to my channel." That's pretty much a no-no. There's a kind of a internet etiquette. You don't come into somebody's channel and say, "Hey, sub to my YouTube or my Twitch." That's a no-no. And that actually will earn you a timeout for that, because we don't like that type of behavior. So there you go, Travis. You can have 300 seconds. Maybe think about what I've just said there, and maybe adjust your attitude when coming into people's streams. So, what I'm also going to do is, no, I want to show you. So we got an updated. Really? Okay, so that kind of makes sense as well. So, anyways, we got an updated version of the Zeta Proxima. Okay, there is a Zeta Fortera on the mod hub. So what I want to do is I want to compare. I've got two versions of the Zeta here. One is on the mod hub. One is from the dodgy websites. Okay. I've also got two versions of the Zeta Crystal, which are also from the old dodgy websites. So what I want to do is I want to do a little comparison between the two of them, and let's see, can we find out which is the better quality model. So this is the Zeta Fortera HD. Okay, so we do get some options here. As you can see, not many, but we do get some options. So it's 127 horsepower base, 24 mph, 220 liters of diesel, 33 liters, of DEF, so it should be DEF enabled. So our configurations are, we have standard, 900 kilogram front weight, front hydraulic with a PTO, and then back to standard. All right. So for the purposes of this, we're going to go with the front hydraulic. So you've got an engine setup. We've got the Forterra HD 130, 127 horsepower. Forterra HD 150, which is 147 horsepower, so an extra 20. So just 2 engine options and 10,000 for the bigger one. We get a front attacher here, which is yes or no. Wheel setup, we get standard, wheel weights, wides, plus weights, narrows, twins all round, narrow twins. That's interesting. I like that. It's always nice to see narrow twins. And then back to standard. So we shall go for our usual kind of setup here, which is wides plus weights. Okay, so that configuration there is 78,300. If you wanted to get the twin wheels, it would be 81,800. So you're not a huge amount of options there, but not bad either. So that's that one. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the other Forterra. Okay, so this Forterra here is 127 mph, 220 liters of diesel, 44 liters of def, 24 mph. We can actually change the main color on this one. Let's try that. Sorry, we can change the rim colors. I don't know what's that is changing there actually. It doesn't appear to change anything. Maybe it's a configuration option. Let's try that again. Main color. Okay, what's going on with that? No. Right, I don't know what's going on there. So there's something weird happening there. I'm on the main color and it is, well, I can't see any configurations changes there. What is going on there? Oh, I'm an idiot. It's the front. It's the light thingy. All right, okay. So rims we get that white, silver, and red. Okay. So maybe for the purposes of this, let's just do that just to make it, make it differentiate one from the other. So engine setup 130 HD, 140 HD, 150. Oh, so we get, okay. So we get a HD special edition, which is white. So yeah, this should be the in-game mod hub version. So this is the 127 horsepower, 136 horsepower, 147 horsepower. The 130 HD special, which is obviously white, 140 and 150. So that's kind of the white version there. So now the color configuration on the front there makes sense. Wheel setups, we get Trelleborg and Nokian. So 2 options there. No options on the Nokian. Trelleborg, we get standards. Wheel weights, wides, plus weights, narrow tires, rear twins, twins all round, and then back to standard. So kind of a little bit less options than the other one. So we're going to go for that one. Attachers, we got standard front attacher. So we're selecting that there, PTO, and then the front attacher here, which is also white. So this configuration is 118,000, which is substantially more money. And if I was to put twin wheels on this thing, it would be 121,000. So the price shooting up. Oh, I've got automatic engine start on. That's why that's happening. We have to turn that off. So we'll do all this stuff here. Growth fast, plant withering off, crop destruction off, periodic plowing on, lime on, weed on, dollars, miles, acres, save the game. So we're down here at the shop area. Okay, so now watch what happens here, right, when I, let me move this tractor out of the way first. So this white one is the in-game version, okay? That's what you get in the shop, you know, on the official model. This is from the old dodgy websites, okay? But watch what happens when I enter the vehicle. See where the door opens? So different engine sounds on both vehicles there, as you can hear. So, excuse me. So there is interactive control on this particular model here, and I can show you that, okay? And you can open the bonnet, the front hood. You can open up the window here. You can open the sunroof here. You could open up the side window here, alrighty. You could open up the back window here. You can open up the side window here. Is there anything else that we can open up? So sometimes with these vehicles, the body seat, you'll be able to put it up and down. The steering wheel here, you'll be able to put it up and down. You know, there's sometimes, you know, there's various different options for IC control, but you get the idea there of what's going on. So you can see there that the engine is fully modeled inside. Whereas this one, I don't believe this is any IC control. It doesn't look like it. So yeah, no options there, as you can see. So yeah, different engine sounds as well. Now the file size of these two things are substantially different. This is about 12 megabytes. This is, I don't know, over 40, you know. So what I'm going to do is I want to put down the front bonnet here. And we're just going to take a look at these guys. So take a look and see what how the quality of each one is. It might actually be beneficial to me if I had So you can see the specs here. One is 33 liters of def and one is 44. That is def enabled. That is also def. So both of them are def enabled. So I think what I'm going to do is, for the purposes of an accurate comparison, I'm going to need to keep everything the same color and match as much as possible the specs of each machine. So that should be very, very close. Now we should be able to compare them. So this one clearly, remember this one here is the in-game mod hub version, because as I said, it doesn't have IC control. This one here, the front loader attacher is red, and this one is black. And you'll also be able to tell the difference because the doors and windows are open. So we'll just take a look around and check out all the various pieces here. So yeah, you can clearly see that there are quite a few differences. The lights are different. So see the lights there, they're different than that one. Yeah, even the engine here, see the coloring here? And it's quite different here. You can see what he's done with the PTO thing here as well. So there are definitely differences in the tractor and stuff, the model. Probably done by two different modders, I would imagine. In terms of what's the best quality, well, it's a little bit soon to judge it quite yet. But yeah, the front lights there are different design as well. You can see the front PTO here is different. So so let's take a look at the get a close up of the grill here. Oh, so that's a difference. So this one has the Zetter logo here, and it doesn't have it on this one. Interesting. So that is interesting. Let's take a look at the decaling here. So as I said, this is in-game for Terra HD. They're roughly the same. They're roughly the same. So there are subtle differences between the two of them. Let's take a look in cab here, and let's see what they look like inside. Oh, holy buckets! So one thing I'm noticing here is the if you look at the bottom here, this has kind of a rubber carpet, and this one doesn't. At least it doesn't appear to. So you can see that there are most definitely differences there in terms of, the console looks very much the same, but the other one, so the digital display there actually works. But I don't see, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but I don't see the needles. See the needles? You know, see the needles? I don't see those needles moving. This one does. See that one? You can clearly see that the needle is moving in that. See that? Yeah, so the needle is most definitely, and the other one works as well. So I can see both of them moving. The seat is suspended. His feet are correct, so, you know, going backwards, going forwards. His arms are in the correct position. His body is in the correct position as well. Seat is suspended, moves up and down, left, right. Let's see what this one is like. So yeah, this is also animated. And the pedals are working there as well. Now that joystick beside the wheel there, I don't see that moving. So that one is. So see that one? So that's your gear shift. See that? See the way it's moving there? That's your gear shifting. Whereas that one isn't. Take a look inside here. So you can see there are different colors, you know, internally. So let's take a look at the console here. So, you know, there are subtle differences there, but they're not too dramatic or anything. Shit. So let me just check out the blinkies work. You've got your 3 LED states. First, second, third. First, second, third. First, second, third. We have our blinkers at the back here. So both of those work as one would expect. And it should work on the front as well. Yeah. So everything is there in place, as it were. This is the in-game version, so obviously it's going to work on this. So yeah, you can see there at the back, there's quite a difference in the lights there. See the way they're blinky there? So there's a substantial difference in how the lights have been designed and everything. As one can see there. So this is 26 mph also. No reverse lights. So, right, okay, so what's my opinion? So, my opinion is this. There are positives and negatives to both pieces of equipment. And that's just the nature of mods and modding. You know, each modder does his, you know, he takes things and he puts it apart in Blender or Maya, and he you know, he does it. Both of these tractors have positive points and negative points. I would say that there is the texture quality on this one is more kind of up to, you know, FS19 standards, UDIM standards. If you look there at the black, you know, it kind of reflects light, whereas this one is flat, you know. So this is kind of a, kind of an older texture. You can see here, for example, this is a metallic, you know, metal piece like down here, whereas this one is a, you know, it's kind of a, you know, kind of a box, you know, a white box. So each modder does his own little thing here. You can see the little connectors here for the, you know, we connect up the cables. So there's not much color there. Whereas in this one, you know, there's much more, you know, color going on. So each person has done his own little thing, as it were. And he's, you know, he's added his own little flair. You know, the lights at the back here are a different kind of design than compared to this one, you know. But overall, there isn't a massive amount in terms of the, you know, the actual model itself. The differences are in you know, like small little items. See here we have these little connector cap thingies here in red, and they're not here. You know, so it's stuff like that. But I think overall, because of the fact that there is a there's IC control in this tractor, as you can see, you can open up everything, and you can open up the front bonnet here, and the engine is fully modeled inside. You know, I think this particular mod wins out. As I said, this is from the old dodgy websites. I think this is the better version, just in, you know, for me, in my opinion, type thing. You know, I think this is the better one compared to the mod hub version. It just has, you know, more options, better engine sounds as well, I think. You know, it just sounds a hell of a lot better. So my opinion would be this. I would keep this one. Yeah, I would keep this one. And perhaps delete the in-game mod hub version. And hopefully the guy who created this particular mod here, so it's the same guy that updated the Zeta Proxima with, you know, with an updated engine. So hopefully, you know, he might release an updated version of his Forterra and stuff like that, you know. So we may see modded versions and updated versions of these tractors. But for right now, I'm going to recommend and stick with the modded, the non-mod hub version of the Zeta Forterra HD. I think it's got more options. I think it, you know, it just, for me personally, I think it just looks better. Anyways, that's that. So that's the Forterra HD. Okay. We actually have a brand here as well. So now we can compare the two crystals that I have. Both of these are not on the mod hub, okay, but they're by two different modders. So both of these are from the old dodgy websites. There is no Zeta crystal yet on the official, in-game mod hub. They're both 80,000. So this is 144 horsepower, 300 liters of diesel, 48 of def, 24 mph. This is exactly the same. Okay, so they're pretty much identical. So this should be interesting. I wonder if they're even the same model and just renamed by someone. They look absolutely identical. Rim color. The options are absolutely identical on both. Configuration standard, front hydraulic, standard. Okay. So we put a 900 kilogram front weight on it, and then no. Okay. Set our crystal 150, 160. So we got two engine options, 147 and 163 horsepower. Wheel setup, you get standard. Standard wheel weights. Sorry. Standard wheel weights, twin wheels all round, narrow tires, narrow twins, then back to standard. Okay. So let's get that one. And let's check the other one. I have a feeling these could be the exact same model. So standard 900, no. 160. Front hydraulic. I think these are exactly the same. I think someone has been stealing somebody else's work and renaming the mod. So that's what I think is happening here. I think these are absolutely identical. We'll take a close-up look at these things to see if there's any differences whatsoever. Off the bat, I'm not seeing anything that is different. So they look absolutely identical in every way, shape, or form. Yeah, see that? So the doors are opening as well. So both of them have IC control. Right, so I mean, I think what we're looking at here is we're looking at a mod that is identical. So there should be both the same. So I think what has happened is someone has been playing someone has been taking somebody else's work here and passing it off as their own, because these are absolutely identical from what I can tell in every single way. Yeah, absolutely identical. No difference whatsoever. Engine configuration the same as well. Yeah, I think I've seen enough of that one. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, we've got the same bloody thing. They're absolutely identical, these two. Someone has just taken someone's original work and probably just renamed the zip file and uploaded it as their, you know, their own creation, as it were. But they're absolutely identical, no difference. So there you go. That's that. So shall we maybe hold on to this tractor here for a while and take a spin round Goldcrest Valley and you know, see what's going on. So maybe pull in the windows here so we're not freezing cold. Okay, so there we go. Gives an opportunity to listen to the engine on this thing. Blinkies, 1, 2, 3. So this grill here needs a serious amount of work. You can see the way it is. You know, someone needs to remodel that completely and put a, you know, a new bonnet and make the mesh areas translucent or transparent. But she drives okay. Now I wonder if this map is any multi-fruit or anything on it, or is it just standard crops? It looks like it's just standard crops. So yeah, the area down here is definitely identical to FS17. This is the exact same location where the cow pen was in 17. So he's put that there. Even all the sheds and everything are identical as well. Even the silage pit, that's identical. So yeah, Goldcrest has had an update today. A lot of visual improvements made to the map. I think the lighting is definitely better than it was previously. I wasn't happy with the lighting on the, you know, the older or the original 1.0 version, but it does look like the guy has you know, made some corrections and stuff. It definitely looks and feels pretty much identical to FS17. So we'll go up to our little farm area here, and we'll check that out and see what it's like. So yeah, in terms of the Zeta crystal here, well, I mean, there really is only one version out there, so if it says version 2.0 of the Zeta crystal, just grab it, you know. They'll be absolutely identical. Now, I can't remember offhand if there was a chicken pen in 17, or were they free range. I can't really remember. Yeah, there's your chicken area. this is your kind of your main hub, as it were. Not much has changed here at all, actually. So we'll go and visit the sheepies, I think. Where am I at the moment? I should be around here somewhere. Let's go visit the sheep. Oh, holy buckets! So the sheep should be over here. Ah, yes, it's absolutely identical. So look at that frame rate drop there when I move. Jeez, yeah. So this is identical as well to FS19. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I guess we'll go to the pig area. So yeah, it's a 2x map. You know, anybody who's played Goldcrest Valley on FS17 will not see. Oh, holy buckets! Oh, shite! Oh, Lord have mercy! Oh no! Oh crap! How the hell did that happen? God damn it! Shitballs almighty! Son of a bitch! So yeah, I think the lighting is better than it was in version 1.0. So this should be a little bit better, a little bit speedier. I always liked Goldcrest Valley. When I bought my first experience of Farming Simulator was FS17, and I kind of cut my teeth on the map, as it were. I put in 880 hours into Goldcrest Valley in FS17. So yeah, I'm rather fond of the map. I know there are some people out there who didn't like the map, but I was a fan of it. Right, so we're heading to the pig enclosure area here. Knocking down street signs as we're going. Yeah, this is pig area up here. So this is all very, very identical to 17. Yeah, there we go. Makes absolute sense there. So there you go. Now, while I haven't explored the map entirely, obviously, it definitely feels very, very familiar to me. It is actually, you know what? It's nice to have Goldcrest Valley back. think it's a bit of an underrated map, to be perfectly honest. So there's your BGA here. Spent a lot of time in here fitting up these pits. Oh, holy buckets. So I just I did it again. Jesus, that's 2 for 2. Oh my days. My driving skills. Oh, I got back up. Yay! Driving skills is terrible today. So yeah, as I said, you know, I want to take a, you know, just a quick look around the Goldcrest Valley, and it's also given me an opportunity to sort out those Zeller trackers and see what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to delete. So yeah, there you go, my friends. It's just a very, very short stream for me. 2 short streams today. Yesterday I did over 4 hours. That was probably a bit too, you know, too long. To be honest, you know, should probably keep it between 2 and 3 hours. I think, you know, 4 is it's getting a bit too long. You know, it'll probably get boring for people as well. Anyways, this is out on PC, on console. This map is for everybody. Goldcrest Valley version 1.3. I'm a fan of the map. You know, I always like this map. Go check it out, download it. Hopefully, you know, it's reached the point where, you know, a lot of the problems and bugs of 1.0 have been, you know, fixed. You know, and hopefully the map maker, whatever, has made some very positive improvements, or made it, at least made it more similar to the original Goldcrest. But anyways, there you go, my friends. That's going to be it from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this second mini stream, as it were. And yeah, for right now, my friends, we're once again going to say take